Hi, this is ForeGolf Custom, and today we're looking at Callaway's Epic Flash Sub-Zero, the SZ head. I have information relating to how this spins and how to set it up for the right loft and launch. If you're a strong ball striker, this is the information you're going to want to look at. Also, I have some cool merchandise to give away at the end of this video, so keep watching. Dave, let's explain what Sub-Zero is as a product first. So give us what Sub-Zero means to you and when you're fitting with it.
I always look at Sub-Zero in any Callaway model over the years as being their lower spinning head in their product range. So in Epic Flash, traditional, it just has the weight at the back, but in the Sub-Zero it also has a front weight which moves the centre of gravity forward and keeps spin off it.
So if you're out there in the shops looking at this or online, the key things to look out for, it says Sub-Zero on the bottom of the head, and also it's got this weight up front. And that's the key of being identified, because the colouring is the same.
100%.
So it looks almost the same, but just be aware that front weight. Tell us what that front weight does for you then in terms of the flight.
So because it's moving the centre of gravity forward as it goes, it's just keeping all the driver head moving forward as opposed to naturally launching off the back weight. So it's always trying to push the thing forward in terms of its motion, hence why it's lower in spin.
Yeah, the CG, the centre of gravity location, is forward up towards the face of the club here, which produces a lower spin. So it's critically important to get the loft right on this.
100%. But I mean, it's a driver you shouldn't have any fear of putting loft onto. Loft is your friend in this product because it doesn't really want to launch overly well on its own. Yeah. There's you've got a 9-degree head and you've got a 10.5-degree head with -1 to +2 in terms of the hosel adaptation, so you can put loft onto it without fear of it spinning, which is the normal reason why you wouldn't.
So what loft are you using most during the fittings? What are you seeing?
Well, there tends to be a couple of people that kind of fit into this product, and maybe some of them that are into it are the ones that you wouldn't necessarily have put Sub-Zero into the past, which over the years might have had a bit of a reputation of becoming a better player's quicker speed product. I've used this product for people with big right high cuts, with not necessarily huge amounts of speed, because that cut's creating a whole load of spin. So you can use the Sub-Zero head to keep the spin off it. You can use the low loft and keep the loft off it, and then jack the weight into the draw, which is probably what you were missing from a Rogue product, is the adjustability of the draw element.
I was just going to ask you, so why would you pick this over normal Flash? So why would people consider this over like the normal Epic Flash?
So you've got the hard hitters who hit it hard and generate spin from it.
So when you say hard, give us a speed number on that, club head speed or ball speed.
Like over 100, 102 plus, that type of number.
In club head speed.
In club head speed, yeah.
So if you're new to the channel, welcome, please subscribe. Dave's giving you some really good stuff here in terms of ball speed and club head speed that best suits this Epic Flash Sub-Zero. It's about 155 plus miles an hour ball speed. And then...
It's not to say that it doesn't work below, but it's low spinning, so you got to make sure the loft's on when you go below that.
And on the same then flip, why would we put this instead of Rogue?
I guess where Rogue, in terms of Sub-Zero, it only had a front and back weight, where the sliding weight allows it to be adjustable for directional miss too. So you can have it fade biased and draw biased, as well as being front weighted and low spin. So
that's what you mean about the golfing profile could be, I spin it real high and miss it right. Therefore, I will drop the loft. Would you drop the loft, or would you keep the loft on it? Would you drop it down to 9, for instance, move the weight around into the draw setting, and then set it on the hosel?
Yeah, for that big, high, cutty right miss, absolutely.
I guess the key points here, folks, is that this driver is very adjustable, but the key element or the key framework at the top of this is it's going to spin low. So if you have troubles, controlling the ball flight in the air, where you're getting it in the air and it's flying in the air, you'll notice if you're into the wind or a crosswind, if the ball isn't going forward, it seems to be lifted in the air. This is the type of driver that you get for. Certainly here in Ireland with the Lynx, this is a super product that we see keeping the ball flight flat. And then we adjust the hosel, adjust the weights, and adjust the loft settings, I guess, to get the best from it. In that frame, in that mindset then, talk us through shafts.
Again, you've kind of got two profiles. You can use the stiff-tipped, low spinning shaft profile, but that's for the real quick hitters, 110s plus. But you can afford to soften it off a little bit, because the head itself isn't going to spin. So if the shafts generate a little bit more spin, then it's not something to be overly worried about.
So be careful, folks, if you're picking shafts. Great point, Dave, is if you're strong and fast, then go for that stronger tip, that stronger profile. I guess that smoke, hazardous smoke that comes with it, because that will help to keep things under control. But be careful. You firm up the shaft and you firm up the tip, the ball flight will start to lower, and that will create problems with this because it is going to spin low. So you're going to have to try and maybe get this launching. Actually, that's a good point. In terms of technique, I saw a client a couple of weeks ago, and they had a negative attack angle. So attack angle is the angle at which you deliver the club head to the ball. And he had a negative attack angle, and it just wouldn't work for him.
Yeah, certainly, yeah.
And I think to get the best from this driver, there's a key element, and we'll show you on TrackMan 4 here some data about launch angle and attack angle. So attack angle is where the driver comes in. It's got to be positive with this driver.
It has to be positive. Now, you can get the negative across the line to create the high cut, which is the only time you might see it, but as a general rule,
so if you're
the
negative,
more up you can get onto it, the better.
Cool, but if you are negative and you're buying this thing for the spin control, is this a loft then story? You've got to get the loft low. Yeah,
you've got to start with a low loft, close the hosel up, maybe add loft to it.
Okay.
And then weight it in the heel, because it is low in spin, and maybe not. It is easy to hit, certainly in the range of Sub-Zeros over the years. It is the most adaptable and versatile one that I've ever seen.
Which kind of leads me on to the settings. And I mean, be careful, folks. This is a custom fitting product. You're going to have to make sure that you get fitted for this, because otherwise it's going to create issues for you. Give me a quick brief on the settings. So again, we'll do our normal. So if we have this high right mix, so we're right-handed, miss it high right, give us the settings real quick.
So bearing in mind in Callaway, you can separate loft angle and face direction. So you can have draw neutral, and then you've got -1, +1, +2, and a standard setting.
Cool.
So
high right, potentially something around negative or standard, with the draw bias setting on it. Okay.
And the weight jacked into the heel.
Weight down to the heel, and then maybe drop the loft as a 9-degree in it. Perfect. So again, complex then if I have this kind of a left one then, so I miss it more mid-left.
Yes.
So let's say mid to low left. That's a good one. So I'm strong, I rotate the club head, and I'm right-handed, and I miss it low left. Where are we going with the sentence?
Well, I mean, I'd certainly start with 10.5 degrees of loft for that, because you don't have to be fearful of the spin. And then again, if it's left, somewhere towards the fade side for the weight, and then just keep it fairly standard in the tip setting, because you have got loft. You might even be able to put +1 onto it.
You really see how important it was to get the settings just right. So for myself, for example, I have about 155 miles an hour ball speed. I really needed the 10.5 degrees of loft and a slight draw setting for me in order to get that ball flight to turn in. So you've got to be careful about the settings. The face on this driver is completely unique and very different to what's out there. It's designed using artificial intelligence, so it's a completely different design in terms of what's out there. It's designed by a computer. I love the way that this has all been done, because it's giving us more consistency and a better speed retention on off-center hits, which is a good thing. I'm very interested to see where this technology goes and how they're going to take it on. The carbon crown that's on this driver is also very lightweight, and this is important because having a lighter weight on the crown means that the weighting at the back and at the front is very much involved in creating this lower spin profile and keeping the ball flight low and directive based on that backsliding weight. Also be very careful about the shaft you get in this. Got to be right just to get the right type of launch, but also to control the head and deliver it the way that you want it. I guess the point is custom fitting is absolutely definite, and you have to get it done. I'll put a link to the Callaway playlist as well with the other Callaway products that we reviewed here as well. Also, we've got the Callaway Epic Flash fairway wood being reviewed and coming down the road, so you're going to want to subscribe to the channel for that and hit the bell so that you're notified when the videos go live. You're going to want to leave me a comment, I'll tell you why. We've got some tour only merch that's coming out. These were given to the tour players only at the recent Open Championship up in Portrush. We managed to snag 2, and we're going to give them away to 2 lucky people who comment down below. What I want to know is give me the name of the Irishman that won the Open Championship up in Portrush. Comment below, stick his name in there, and we're going to pick 2 random players. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos. We'll see you at the next one.